Diz made it.
Excellent.
So this is a whole nother day. I ain't even gonna lie to you guys. This is the aftermath of everything. I'm on my way down to Advanced Auto Parts right now to return the spring compression tool that I rented from them. But basically, I think it was 2 days ago. Yeah, we did the job like 2 days ago, where we installed the EMD lowering springs. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. The overall concept of the job is very simple. Like, if you got the right tools and the right helping hand, it's very, very simple. Now, because it was Tevin's first time working on my car and also my first time working on my car with the springs, it took us a little bit to do it, but overall, we were able to get it done within the same day. I thought it was going to be a 2-day job. Thank God it wasn't, because literally the next day I had to go to New York. But nevertheless, today's video, what I'm going to be telling you guys are some techniques that help us remove the springs even faster. The rear springs, there's really not much to it, but we're gonna get into that in a few. Give me 1 second, let me walk into this Advance, and as soon as I get out, I got y'all with some tips and tricks. Alright, so let me talk to y'all real quick. I'm gonna tell y'all the tips and tricks that I learned as I was installing these lowering springs on my car. Well, not me, but tell me. Y'all know what I mean. Right? So the first thing I learned is, realistically speaking, if you have another jack, you don't need a spring compression. Yeah, I know y'all gonna kill me in the comments. Oh, but if you do it without the spring compression, the spring is just gonna shoot out. Oh, yabba yabba yabba. I understand. I hear where y'all coming from, right? But when me and Tevin had the jack under my knuckle of the car, all we did was undid the. It's like a 12.18 millimeter bolt that's in top of the spring, I guess you could say, on top of the strut. When we zapped that out, we had the jack jacked up all the way, so the spring didn't have anywhere to force its way down. So if you guys have a proper jack and jack it up properly, honestly speaking, you don't need that spring compression. But do it at your own risk. I don't want nobody to get hurt, because it can still shoot out if you don't do it properly. All right, boom. So next thing that I learned, right? The back. While we were doing the back spring, there's a bolt on the back of the lever, which I can actually show you guys because I took a video of it as we were doing the back. But there's like a little bolt in the back nut. It controls your toe. I think it's your toe. I don't remember which one, but it controls the alignment of your back wheel. So if you don't put that thing in back correctly, you're gonna need an alignment. And in my head, there's no point in getting there's no point in getting an alignment when you could just mark where the bolt was before you undo it, and that would tell you where to put it back. But yeah, there's no point in getting alignment, because in our cars, I think it's $150 or $120, somewhere in that range to get an alignment. There's no point in paying that for an alignment when you can use a white marker or Sharpie or something to mark exactly where the nut was before you undid it. So that's the next tip. Make sure you mark all the bolts so it can save you some time in the future, and also save you some money from doing an alignment. And then watch. Look, you see? All right, so while I was doing my passenger side front strut, I realized that my sensor for my adaptive suspension wasn't going all the way in. Now, I was getting a code on my car when I got it back from GDO saying that the chassis control, basically saying the chassis control kept popping up. Like the car was unleveled, and every time the car get unleveled, that sensor comes up. Your adaptive suspension is not, it cannot be engaged anymore. And I also can't press M1 or R2 because that is affected with the suspension. So in order for me to fix it, I have to stop, turn the car off, turn it back on, and then everything is fixed. So as I was doing the front one on the passenger side, I realized that the sensor, the clip for the sensor is broken. It literally cannot clip in. I don't know if it's the wrong sensor that they put in or what, but this recently just started happening after I got the car back from GDO. So I don't know, I got to dive a little bit deeper in there because now it's even getting worse after we did the suspension. Every time I go into the driveway of my house, the chassis control sensor, it comes up, and then the car just starts bugging and freak out, man. But that's another thing that I learned. So as you guys are doing your suspension, just make sure you have all the clips correct. Don't pull on any wires, don't tug on any wires. Just make sure you plug everything out correctly and plug it back correctly after you're done. But for real, that's literally everything, man. I was trying to do a video for you guys to show you guys how I did it, but I realized I'm not good at that. Every time I try to do an install video and show you guys how I install something, I never finish it. And the reason why is because I'm always on YouTube trying to figure out how to fix where I'm messing up at. So for you guys, I'm gonna let y'all know this, right? Moving forward, I won't be doing any install videos. So if you're coming to this channel for an install video, this ain't that. I'm gonna show y'all some tips and tricks that help me through the process, and I'm gonna figure out a different way how to do the video for y'all. But me doing installation videos, I'm not a cutout for that at all, bro, because I be recording, and then when I get into a jam, I forget to pick up the camera and show you guys where I'm in the jam at, and then I figure it out, and then I finish the whole project and don't record anything. So, like I said, I'm gonna figure something else out for y'all because I feel bad. It literally happened in this video. We did the rear. I showed you guys the rear. When we got to the front immediately started giving us trouble because I had to drive up on some wood to get the car up. We jacked the car up, then forgot to crack the nuts on the wheel, had to put the car back down. It was a whole shit show. So I completely forgot to pick up the camera and finish recording, so I'm sorry for that. But the outcome actually looks, it looked good. The front of the car is way lower. Like, you can actually see the difference. The back, I can't see that much, but I know it was lowered. But the entire car just looks so sexy. All I'm missing now is a lip. Now, I'm scared to put the lip on. Y'all know my history of lips. I go through lips like no tomorrow. But how low the front of this car is, I know for a fact. Like, I'm telling y'all right now, I need to have a stockpile of lips in my house because I know I'm gonna go through them. The front of the car is so low and I love it. The car feels so much nimble. Also, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I drove up to New York on Saturday. I think we installed the springs on Friday. I drove to New York Saturday and my wheel was just shaking. So I think I need an alignment, bad. So that's another thing I gotta do. But apart from the wheel shaking, the car was sturdy around them corners. I'm telling y'all, man, y'all need to get lowering springs for your car. If you guys are too scared of how low the car is gonna be, get some has kits like the height adjustable springs, which you can control the adjustment or the height of the car. If you don't wanna, bite the bullet and go all the way, because real men go all the way. Nah, let me stop. Dropping my car was very fun, man. I'm glad that I pulled the trigger on it, and I'm very happy with the outcome. I want to give a huge shout out to Tevin, Image DC2, because without him, this show would not be possible, because he literally left me for like an hour, and I was freaking out. It's like I didn't know what I was doing. I was just freaking out. When he came back, in 2 seconds, he figured out what I was stuck on, and then we continued, and everything was peachy. So definitely huge shout out to him. If you guys haven't followed him already, go downstairs, follow ImageDC2 on Instagram. Let him know that I sent you. Let him know DJ the GOAT sent you so he understands. But that's pretty much it for today's video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, I want you to go downstairs, hit that like button. Don't forget to comment and subscribe if you haven't already. Also, don't forget to follow me on Instagram @isthatdj, and I'm going to catch you guys in the next video. Peace.